Hi everybody, Johnny here. Hope you're all doing well today. Want to find more good math? Go to jmathpage.com. There's lots there for you. Today we're going to be thinking about multiplying by 2's. And this may be easy. It may be familiar to you, but we're going to look at it a little differently today. So I'm going to start off by making a list of multiples of 2. So we can think about them like this. We can think 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 2, 4 times 2, 5 times 2, 6 times 2, 7 times 2, 8 times 2, 9 times 2, and 10 times 2. Now that's a good start, but how do we want to think about these? Well, here's one way to think about them. One way to think about multiplication is in terms of repeated addition. That means just adding the same number over and over and over again. So let's try that out. So when I look at 1 times 2, what I'm saying is I just want to have 1, 2. So let's just put 1, 2 here. If I say 2 times 2, what I'm saying is I need to have 2 2's. So 1, 2, and a second 2. 3 times 2, well, I need to have a 2, a 2, and a 2. 4 times 2, a 2, a 2, and a 2, and a 2. So I have 4 2's for 4 times 2. 5 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 2's here is the same as 5 times 2. 6 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2's, 6 times 2. 7 2's. 7 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2's. 7 2's here. 8 times 2, 8 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 9 2's. This is getting to be a bit of work, huh? 9 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then 10 times 2. Well, 10 times 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, that was a lot of work. Now, I want to think about breaking this down somehow so that we can understand it a bit better. So let's think about this for a minute. I know that 1, 2 is the same as 2. I know that 2 2's is the same as 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. I know that 3 2's is 2, 4, 6. Okay, so that's good. So 3 2's makes 6. I see that 4 2's is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so far so good. I can see that this makes 8. 5 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, that's all good. But you know what? This is starting to get to be too much work. I know that 5 2's is 10. Now, one thing I do notice though is that I'm adding just 1, 2 every single time, and so maybe I don't need to count so much. So let's look at 6 times 2. I see that I have 5 2's here, and I know that that makes 10, and I have one more 2 over here. So I know that 6 times 2 is 10, and 2 more. So the total for this is going to be 12. Let's see if that will help us for the next one as well. I still like the notion of having 5 2's. 10 is such a good number for so many things. So what if I take 5 2's from the next row? I know this is 10, but I have 2 2's left over. But what do I know about 2 2's? Well, if I go back up here, I see that 2 2's is 4. So if I come down here, I know 2 2's is 4. So I know that 7 times 2 is the same as 10 and 4 more, or 14. That's a nice trick. What happens with the next one? Well, if I look at 8 times 2, well, let's go ahead and take our 10, because we like 10 so much. This is 5 2's. 5 2's, but I need to have 8 2's, so I need to have the 3 more as well. So 5 2's and 3 2's. That's a way of thinking about it. Now if we think about 5 2's here, we know that 5 2's is 10. What do we know about 3 2's? Well, if I come all the way up here, I see that 3 2's was 6. So let's call this 6. So if I go over here and say 8 times 2, I know that 8 times 2 is the same as 10 and 6 more. 16. I think you're probably getting a pattern now here. Let's go ahead with 9 times 2. In 9 times 2, I can take my 10, because it's such a friendly number. So 5 2's is 10, but 9 is not 5. I need 4 more. Well, here are my 4 more 2's. Okay, so I have 4 more 2's here. And 4 2's is how much? 4 2's is 8. Okay, so 4 2's is 8. So if I think about 9 times 2, I'm thinking about 10 and 8 more. So 9 times 2 is 18. What's going to happen with the last one? Okay, let's start off with our pattern. Okay, here's our 5 2's. 5 2's is 10. Now, 10 is not 5, it's 2 5's, right? And here's my other 5 over here, 5 more 2's. So let's go ahead and take these 5 2's. And we know that's 10. And we know that 10 times 2 now is 10, and 10 more, which is 20. Okay, so that was very interesting. So I can add and add again, but if I already know the sum of some numbers already, I can use it again and again. I know that 5 2's is 10. I know that 6 2's is 5 2's and 1 more 2. I know that 7 2's is the same as 5 2's and 2 more. 8 2's is the same as 5 2's and 3 more. I can see that 9 2's is the same as 5 2's and 4 more. And 10 2's is the best of all, because that's 5 2's and 5 more 2's. So now that I know all this, let's see if we can solve some problems. I'm looking at 1 times 2, and I can see that it equals 2. 2 times 2 is the same as 2 and 2 more. That's 4. 3 times 2, 2, 4, 6, adding 2's each time gives us 6. 4 2's, adding across 2, 4, 6, 8 gives us 8. 5 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 gives us 10 altogether. So far so good, but here's where it gets interesting. 6 2's, well, we know we have 5 2's and 1 more 2. 5 2's is 10, 1 2 is 2, 10 and 2 together make 12. So we know 6 2's is 12. 7 times 2, 5 2's, which is 10, and 2 more 2's, which is 4, gives us 14. So 7 2's is 14. 8 times 2, we start with our 5 2's. we add 3 more 2's, so 5 2's was 10, 3 more 2's is 6, altogether 16. So 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 2, start with our 5 2's, which makes 10, 4 more 2's, which makes 8, 10 and 8 make 18 for us. And the last one, 10 times 2. 5 2's makes 10, 5 more 2's makes 10, and that gives us 20. Okay. Now, let's keep that in mind when we're looking at numbers like this. 10 2's is the same as 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2. Think about 9 times 2 as 5 times 2 plus 4 times 2. We can think about 8 times 2 as 5 times 2 plus 3 times 2. 7 times 2 we can think of as 5 times 2 plus 2 times 2. 6 times 2 we can think of as 5 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Okay, those are all good ways of thinking about this. Now a little challenge for you. I'm going to erase these numbers and I'm going to ask you to look at our work here to figure out what these should be. Okay? So, if you need to pause and think about it a little bit, that's fine. But let's start at the top. Okay? 1 times 2 equals, what do you think? 2 times 2 equals, 3 times 2 equals, 4 times 2 equals, 5 times 2 equals, 6 times 2 equals, 7 times 2 equals, 8 times 2 equals, 9 times 2 equals, and 10 times 2 equals. How did you do? Did these patterns help you here? Hopefully they did. Let's go through them then. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 2 equals 6. 4 times 2 equals 8. 5 times 2 equals 10. 6 times 2 equals 12. 7 times 2 equals 14. 8 times 2 equals 16. 9 times 2 equals 18. 10 times 2 equals 20. How'd you do? You probably did fine. So I hope this way of looking at multiplication by 2's really helps you. Now remember, one way of thinking about multiplication is repeated addition. But it doesn't mean you have to go 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Sometimes you can use what you know already. If you know 5 2's is 10 already, use that to help you. So I hope this video was useful to you. Look for others, okay?